Hello YouTube, we got a little special video for you today. Hopefully this is going to help a few guys out. I've got the Game Sand Pro 50D sand filter for our little Intex Easy Set pool. We demoed the pool last year because it was 3 years old and it was all rotten, and you can go check out that video on my YouTube page. But anyway, the Sand Pro 50, I bought that in 2016 and used it for 4 years on 2 different pools. It's been great, but we had a little issue and I think I've got it solved. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to service the valve module today. It's not real hard. I've already had this apart twice just to make sure I could do all this, and it's not bad at all. I'll show you how to put it back together again the right way so that you can keep this thing going, because it's important. Anyway, so you take the valve assembly off of the big sand tank up here, and it's pretty simple. This part actually unscrews, but you got to do 2 things first. You got to pop this little pin out right here and save that. It'll go back in. You'll have to work it out with a screwdriver a little bit. Then you got to take off this handle, and it's not real bad. You just take a screwdriver, and this one's already been out, so it'll be a little bit easier than yours, but it should come out pretty easily. Give it some taps. Pop that pin out. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Anyway, so then you've got this part ready to go. This part unscrews, and mine will come apart a little bit easier than yours, probably, because I've already put some pool lube on there and everything. But you'll have to work with it. If you just absolutely have to, you can take your screwdriver and stick it down in those dogs right there, and just give it a little bit of a rotation. Just be real careful, because if yours is like mine, sorry, my arm's probably in the way. If yours is like mine, it's probably been out in the sun for a long time, and it's brittle. So just be real gentle with it. And there's also a spring inside of here that you want to make sure you don't lose, because that's where all the magic happens. All right, there we go. Whew, broke my elbows. All right, take that part out. All right, so inside of here, there's a nylon gasket. Make sure, and then you should also have your gasket along the inside of the rim. And then you've got your spring, your tension spring, and another gasket on top of that. And then you've got your valve, and this is should turn pretty easily. So what happened was, we had our house re-roofed last year, 2 years ago, and the guys that did it just threw shingle rocks everywhere, got inside my pool, got inside the filter. It actually screwed the inside of this up a little bit, and so this wouldn't turn. There was gravel stuck in between those spots, and it would just grind. So took that out, got that all cleaned up, rinsed it out pretty well, got it all cleaned up. This is rubber. This is what kind of seals the different stations of your, whether you're going to back to the pool or the return or whatever. So make sure you put a little bit of pool lube here. Get you some good pool and spa. There it is, pool and spa lube. And just put it on. I just put it on pretty much everything, any moving parts. Pool lube all along these parts. I put some on the little spindle knob there, some inside the hub, and all that sort of stuff. And then I put some around the rim, because this is all torn up from those shingle rocks. So I just want it to be as smooth as possible. When you put it back together again, it's pretty straightforward. Just get this as clean as you can. Make sure you rinse it all out and get all the stuff out of there. This is the first time I've cleaned it in 4 years, so. You can kind of see the pie-shaped pieces just kind of match back up again. I hope that's what happens. We'll find out. But anyway, put that bad boy back in there and kind of get lined up the best you can. I think that's not right. This is right. That's what it's supposed to be right there. Yeah. And your spring will go back in. Make sure you put some pool lube on everything right there. Put that bad boy back down there, and it's still a little bit crunchy in there, but it's going to be fine. And then you'll put this back on, and try not to let that guy move right there. And there's another washer that goes on the top of this, so I'm talking fast. I know people don't like watching long videos. Yeah, that looks right. Put that back on there like so, and then you screw it back on. Downward pressure while you're screwing it in. And you'll think that that's it. It's actually got to go one more full turn all the way around, and this is where your little screwdriver trick will probably come in handy. Yeah, kind of downward pressure. Sorry, I'm probably losing it a little bit here. And it will stop right where these two guys meet up. Right there. And that's it. Pop your pin back in here, or that little guy right there. Don't forget your washer, pool lube on that. And then you're gonna line your handle up. And that turned a little bit, I can tell. So, pop that in like that, if you can. I don't think that's right. I think that's the way it's supposed to go. And give it a couple taps. If you can, get it started with your hammer. Sorry, I'm probably getting out of frame there. I think that's gonna have to turn a little bit. I'm all messed up. Get that turned right there. So go down in there. There we go. Probably have to play with it a little bit. Knock your pin back in. All right, got that, and it's nice and smooth again. No more rocks, no more grinding. And another tip, these labels are obviously worn out. Write your stuff in before you get started. So anyway, and then make sure you put pool lube back on your gasket for your tank, and you are in business. Guys, I hope that my videos helped you in some way. Appreciate you watching.